Or what am I doing wrong?
Nothing.
You can't say nothing. Say something. Not nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, let me ask it this way. How can I improve my teaching so that you can get the best out of what I do?
You talk faster, ma'am.
I'm fast. Ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful people, it's a beautiful Tuesday and I am so stressed out because the departmental officials are coming tomorrow to check the files, check the books, check everything, and I am so stressed out because I've got 2 files that I have to start from scratch. The printer is acting up. It's refusing to print because it chose to be tired. So we've been abusing that printer, shame. We only have 1 printer at the school and we are doing so many copies. Guys, these files have a lot of information. I just want to show you how thick one of my files actually is. This one is for, this one is for mathematics. This is how thick it is and it's not even complete. There is still a lot of information that is missing. This just takes me back to practicals, teaching practicals. My goodness, we had a very thick file, the same as this one, with so much information inside. Guys, these documents are actually important. I never really paid attention to them until now. There are so many policies that we did in varsity that I just decided, you know what, I don't think it's important. So karma has it that these documents are important and I need to know what at least each of these documents entail, and I am clueless about a majority of these documents because there's just so many. And just when you think that you've grasped what's in these policies, there's always a new policy coming up. So ladies and gentlemen, I am so tired right now and I am not yet done. It is after school currently and I've been busy with this file for days. And still, I'm not even close to telling myself that I'm ready for submission. So I am so stressed out. I don't know how tomorrow is going to look. Oh my goodness, the department officials are already here. I've already submitted 2 files, grade 4 and 5 life skills. I'm now left with mathematics grade 4 and 5, and I am already in panic mode because I know that I'm a bit behind with my prep books because we only have 1 photocopy machine and I don't have a printer. So I was not able to do copies and paste them in my book on time, and because of that I'm stressing. I'm really stressing. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm really stressed out, freaking out. I have a question for you guys. Where am I failing you?
Nowhere.
Really? Where am I failing you? How am I failing you? Or what am I doing wrong?
Nothing.
You can't say nothing. Say something. Not nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, let me ask it this way. How can I improve my teaching so that you can get the best out of what I do?
You talk faster, ma'am.
I'm fast.
Yes, you talk faster.
Okay? Hold on. Where's my diary? Okay. Just give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, I can understand.
Alright, we're doing what I like to call a positive criticism. Ne? It's called positive criticism.
And also using
Wait, calm down. Okay, fine. Listen. Positive criticism means that you are positively criticizing my teaching styles. Does that make sense? Not in a rude or disrespectful manner, but you criticize the way that I teach so that I can improve, so that I can give you the best. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So you said I talk fast and then another thing?
You use hard words, ma'am.
I use hard words.
Respect. And you are respecting. You're saying should not.
Okay, fine. So I talk fast, I use difficult words. What did I say?
You explain nicely. She explains nicely.
Okay, anything else that I should note down?
Nothing. No, that's all.
You see, I'm giving you the platform. Please use it.
English.
What about English?
English. What's the English? Men's English is the best. It's like an angel. Yes, but you see my mom, she said that your English is very good. Even my mom.
People, I went to school. That's where I learned how to enunciate words.
This is my fly. Leave me alone.
Okay, so, alright. Hush, hush, please. Hush, hush. Alright, so I talk fast, I use difficult words, and I also use, I make use of high vocabulary, which is similar to the second one. Anything else? Vocabulary, it's just words. It's just another meaning for words. Okay? Anything else that you would like to say?
No.
Because if I speak, you won't like it. Ne? That's why I'm saying speak now, because I'm giving you an opportunity to speak, to criticize. Yes, I am going to shout at you because I'm very disappointed. I'm very, very disappointed. I was marking your baseline assessment last night. And I'm very disappointed at what I saw.
Those crocodile ones, ma'am.
I don't know where they are, somewhere in the cupboard. Look, a lot of posters are not on the wall because the posters that were mostly on the wall last year were for term 3 and term 4, right? So now we are at term 1. That means I need to print out posters that is relevant, meaning term 1 posters. And as you can see, the printer is always busy, so I don't have a chance to print out. Let's first of all start with question 1 today. That's the 28th. Okay, let's all go to question number 1. What is the value of the digit 7 in 57,842? They want to know what is the value of this digit. 7,000. So your answer is alphabet B. Because it's multiple choice, they gave you A, B, C, and D. You have to choose the relevant one. Right. This is number 1. Number 2, 1.2. Write the number name for 48,306.
A.
Which one is it?
A.
It's A. Right? 48,306. Going on to 1.3. Round 4,672 to the nearest 100. We have not yet touched on this topic, so I was expecting that it might be a bit tricky for some of you because we did not touch on it yet. Yes.
It is 4,700.
4,700. Do you agree?
Yes.
Which is alphabet?
C.
Right, to the nearest. 1.4. Compare using bigger than or smaller than or equals to for the given digits. You are given 36,405. Is it bigger, smaller, or equals to 36,450?
Teacher, smaller. Are you going to take it home with us?
What's the answer?
B.
36,405. Bigger equals to or smaller than 36,450. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a post that I saw on Facebook. I will leave the link in the description box for you guys to go and read about it. So this post is talking about teachers' salary, and it's a TikTok video where this guy shares the salaries of different professions around South Africa. So it so happened that he shared a video of a teacher's payslip in Limpopo. So the teacher is earning 30K, right? After deductions, the teacher is left with around about 21K. And as I read the comments, other people were saying, well, the teachers deserve it because they've got holidays, they work from 8 to 2 o'clock, and then they knock off, they've got public holidays, and so forth. So there was a lot of debate that took place around this particular video and around the topic of the teacher's salary. So, my beautiful people, I have not done this merely because I am not comfortable doing it, but I'm gonna do it today because I feel like I have that responsibility to be as transparent with you guys as possible. I am a South African teacher. I graduated last year on the 6th of June 2025. I graduated with my B.Ed in education, specializing in intermediate phase, grade 4 to grade 6. Fine, so we are done with that. I am not just a degree holder, but I'm also SACE registered. And you will not believe that salaries across South Africa for teachers are not the same. Okay, so January, February of 2025, I was working at a Christian private school, and at the time, I was not yet SACE registered. At the time, I had not received my degree, right, because I was not yet a graduate, and my salary at the time was 5,000 Rand. Exactly 5,000 Rand, not more. Right, so I quit. If you have not seen that video, go check it out. I quit after 2 months because of the toxic work environment. Fine, so that's out of the way. Then I found a job here, which is where I am currently at. I'm not going to disclose any locations, don't come for me. I am teaching at an independent school, and my current salary is 8,000 Rand. I'm gonna put a picture to show you that my take-home salary is 8,000 Rand working for a whole 30 days. There are no benefits at the independent school. That means medical aid is not included, housing allowance is not included, and I don't know what other benefits are there. If you do know about those benefits, please let me know in the comment section, because I'm unaware of the benefits that teachers apparently have if they're working for the government. I really don't know. All I know is that there's medical aid, there's also housing allowance. That's all I know. I'm unfamiliar with the other allowances that are there. So that's just me, right? So my take-home salary as of 2026, teaching at this school, is 8,000 Rand. When it enters into my account, it's obviously not 8,000 Rand. So you can just imagine, for someone who has the qualifications that I have, earning 8,000 rand. You do the math. Honestly, you do the math. Like, it does not do this. At all, it doesn't. But the reason why I chose to stay here is because it has been extremely difficult for me to find a job where I actually wanted. I wanted to teach in Pretoria because that's where I was studying at for the past 5 years. So I thought to myself that since I've been studying here for 5 years, I'm familiar with the environment, might as well just teach here. I sent my CVs around Pretoria, nothing. I came back to Northwest, came back home, sent my CVs around, and nothing. So I was at a point of giving up last year, 2025. Before I got a call for an interview at this particular school, I was at a point of giving up. I was already done. I told myself, what's the point of all of this? You go to school, you work extremely hard to get your degree. Once you have your degree in your possession, and then you face unemployment. Now, you're forced to move back home with your parents, where you'll be treated like a child instead of a whole adult. So I've been living with my mom for the past, I don't know how many months now, but it's been over 10 months. I've been living with my mom. And it hasn't been easy. Reason being, I was so used to being independent when I was in Pretoria. I was living alone. I had a roommate earlier in the beginning of my transition to Pretoria. Then I think after a year or so, she left. She moved out because she wanted her own independence as well. So she found her own place. Then I was living alone. And I don't know, that independence that I had to say that, you know what, I'm living alone, even though I don't pay rent, even though I don't have a car, I walk to school, I don't have money coming in, my parents give me the allowance. With that money, I had to buy toiletries, groceries, and also electricity. Whatever decoratives that I had in the room, I probably bought with my savings. So now that I'm living with my mom, I'm working, I'm living with my mom, I can't afford to pay my own rent, because the rent here where we stay, oh, I'm sorry to say this, guys, the room where I was staying in Pretoria, it was beautiful. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was well taken care of. Like, the maintenance was top notch. So here, because, you know, Sisemakaya, guys, not really, but Sisemakaya, right? I call this City Plus because, wow. The rooms here are not appealing. They are not. They are so flawed. And the best ones that I have seen, it's 3,500. I cannot rent out a place for 3,500 with a salary of 8,000. What am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? What about electricity? Because you have to pay for your own electricity. What about Wi-Fi or data? If I choose to take a room that's 3,500, and then the other rooms that I've seen, it's 2.5, 2.7, 2.3. I have not seen a room that's less than 2,000 rand here where we are staying. I heard that they are there, but they are all occupied. And it's just a small one room with a small bathroom. That's it. That's it. So let me know in the comment section what you think teachers are supposed to be getting. To all of you that are watching this video that have an interest in teaching, please know that salaries differ from province to province, and they also differ from city, town, and rural area. Okay, the salaries are different. There are teachers that take home 30,000. There are teachers that take home 3,000 or 4,000, 5,000. Myself, 8,000. So if you are in this profession, please choose where you want to work wisely. Don't just settle anywhere like myself. I settled because, to be honest, it's exhausting looking for work. Because every time you apply for a job, a teaching job, somewhere on the post, they're going to tell you that they want a relevant police clearance, not an outdated version of your police clearance. I have an outdated police clearance right now, and a police clearance is not cheap. If you go to Afi Switch, you will be charged 350, 200 and something for a police clearance to get it within a space of 24 hours, 48 hours. If you go to the police station, it takes about 6 weeks, and you pay less than 200. I'm not sure about here, but I know in Pretoria I paid less than 200 for my police clearance every time I did it for my practicals. So I have not gone to the police station to do my police clearance because honestly, I don't really know what it is that I want anymore out of this life. So ladies and gentlemen, my beautiful people, this career, it's extremely questionable. Number one, the parents don't value the work that we do. The kids don't value their teachers or the work that we do as teachers. The society doesn't value the work that we do. And yet, so many professions come from the hands of teachers. Before you become a doctor, an engineer, a scientist, a radio presenter, before you become a CEO, an entrepreneur, before you become anything really, you came from the hands of a teacher. Because remember, once your parents birth you, at some point they have to go back to work. So what happens with you? You're taken to preschool where you're taught your A, B's and C's, where you're taught your 1s, 2s and 3s, where you're taught how to write your name, your surname, how to identify the people in your family. Someone stood in front of you and taught you something that is of value to you today. Something as belittled as writing. Someone stood in front of you and taught you how to write the alphabet A, B, capital letter D, capital letter E. You didn't just come out of your mother's womb with that kind of knowledge. No. Someone stood in front of you and instilled that knowledge in you. In order for you to have the communication skills that you have now, someone stood in front of you and taught you those communication skills. But if you look at social media and how social media portrays educators, honestly, it's bad. It's very bad. We are not valued at all in South Africa. We are seen as less. We are like the bottom of the food chain in all the professions that are in South Africa. We are like at the bottom of the food chain. Because the work that we do in the public's eyes is not of value. And yet, year in and year out, parents demand results. Learners want results. The department wants results. And if it so happens that one child in your class fails, you are going to account, I'm telling you, you are going to account not just for a week, but for months. You will be accounting. And that parent of that learner that failed is going to have a negative attitude towards you. And that child that failed is also going to have a negative attitude towards you. You'll be lucky if the parent is supportive of the decision that the child is failing, or that the parents are supportive towards the situation that, you know what, this learner unfortunately had to stay behind because he or she did not meet the pass requirements to go to the next grade. But that's a topic for another day. I'm not going to go deep into detail with it. I just want to know from you guys, what do you think is the relevant amount that teachers should be paid? Because remember, yes, as teachers, we have school holidays, right? We have public holidays as well. Nice. But I report to school at 7:10. I should be on the school grounds. 7:30 school starts. Teaching and learning starts to operate from 7:30. I knock off at 2 o'clock, Monday to Thursday. Friday, I knock off at 1. But here's the thing. That does not mean that just because it's school out, my job as a teacher, it's done. No. I have to go home. I have to prep for a week. I have to prep for the next coming lessons. I have to take the learner's books with me. I have to mark it. I have to do corrections in class. There's so much admin work that is done in teaching that even for me during my varsity days, I overlooked it. I assumed that the majority of private and independent schools would have an assistant teacher in every class. It's not like that. At all, it's not like that. The amount of admin work that we have to do, it's a lot. I'm only seeing it now because the department officials are here and they are going through our files. That file, guys, has so much information inside. It has policies that I myself am not familiar with at all. There are so many documents that are needed, that need to be in that file, and that file has to be updated every term. Every term, that file needs to be updated. Meaning, after every assessment, whether it's a formal assessment or an informal assessment, there needs to be proof that you are assessing the learners. As teachers, we do formal assessments and informal assessments. Informal assessments can be during class, maybe mental maths, for me, mental maths, pop quiz after every topic. Those are informal assessments. Also assessing the learners' books, such as giving out homework. That is also a part of informal assessments. And then the formal ones are the tests and the projects that they have to do. And remember, at some schools, you set those tests on your own. Like, for instance, at the school, you set those tests on your own. You do not plagiarize by taking someone else's work and presenting it as your own. You have to set everything from scratch. That's a lot of work. And then it has to go for moderation. After moderation, guess what? It's going to come with feedback. That feedback is going to tell you change this, change that. You need to go back and change this and change that from the feedback that is given before you can hand it out to the learners. It needs to go again for moderation to be approved. Once it's approved, then it can go for printing. I'm telling you guys, the amount of admin work that we have at the school, it's a lot. I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's a lot. And we are dealing with not just one learner in class. We are dealing with over 15 learners per class. Some classes have 30 learners, 40 learners. Some classes have 35 learners. Some classes have 20 learners. Some have 15 learners. Like, the grades are not the same. The number of learners per grade are not the same. And remember, every child is different. Every child comes from a different upbringing. Every child has a different family member. Not all kids that are seated here have mothers. Not all kids seated in front of you have fathers, brothers, sisters, or aunties or uncles or people like that. Some of these kids are raised by their relatives. The parents passed away. Some of these kids don't have grandparents. Some of these kids only have a single parent that's raising them. Some of these kids have parents that are working late, from early in the morning to late in the evening. And then after that, then they have to come to school. From school, they have to now be with us from 7 in the morning, because some of them, they do come at 7 in the morning, up until aftercare, which is at 5 o'clock. So there are teachers that stay up until 5 o'clock at the school for aftercare. That's a lot of hours that you can spend with someone else's child. But we do it anyway because that's what we are called to do. Before you guys come for me and say, hey, teachers deserve the amount of money that they're getting, you need to think about the fact that our work does not end because our contract says we work from this hour to this particular hour. Okay? No. We take our work with us home. We have lesson plans. We have a thing called a preparation book. I have mine here. I have a preparation book. It's here. It needs to be updated every single day for the whole week. All right. So as I was saying, that is the reality of teaching. Unfortunately, some people have it good when it comes to the salary. Some people don't have it good when it comes to salary. But what's funny is that teaching is teaching. The workload does not reduce because of your salary. The workload will always be there. Every teacher, whether you are teaching in the primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector, or you are teaching, tertiary sector, whether you are teaching in town, at the village, or in the city, the workload is the same. Every teacher has to submit a preparation book. Every teacher has to draw up lesson plans. Every teacher has to set assessments. Every teacher has to mark assessments, do record analysis of that. After setting assessments, once the learners are done writing, you need to mark it down. Then you need to identify learners with barriers, identify learners that need intervention, come up with intervention plans, come up with intervention strategies so that those learners can be on the same level with the rest of the class. So, I'm going to leave you with this. If you still want to become a teacher, by all means, go for it. This is the whole reason why this channel exists, so that I can be as transparent as possible with you guys about this field that I am currently in. Because I am in this field. I am a qualified educator. I am SACE certified. And so I am being as transparent as possible. I document what happens in class as much as possible. I cannot identify the faces of the learners because it goes against the Poppy Act. I can get in trouble if a learner by any chance appears on my channel, appears on my videos. It goes against the Poppy Act. And then there are certain things that I cannot post because it goes against the Poppy Act. Even though I am a YouTuber, even though I document my journey as a teacher, I document my up and down classroom moments, there are certain things that I can upload and there are certain things that I can't upload. There are certain things that I can display on my videos and there are certain things that I can't display on my videos. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is teaching. I'm not gonna lie. This is teaching. This is what it is. I have a lot of work that I need to do. I'm happy to say that my maths files are almost ready for submission. My prep books are good to go. I have not yet received feedback for life skills. So we'll see tomorrow what happens. But for now, it's almost school out. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into All Things Teaching with Pina. It's a wrap from my side. I'll see you guys in another video. Cheers.